Well, it's National Burns Awareness Week, and we're spreading awareness on how to prevent minor burns and how to treat them. We're speaking to occupational health and safety consultant Jessica van Eck on how we can take the correct precautionary steps around the home when it comes to dealing with minor burns. Jessica, so good to have you in studio this morning.
Thanks for having me.
So what exactly happens during Burns Week?
Well, it's a national campaign that aims to teach people about how burns can happen, how to prevent them, and then most importantly, how to treat them in the correct way.
I know that children are the ones that are most susceptible to getting burns around the house because they're always busy, they're touching things. How can one prevent or rather lessen the chances that they're going to get burnt?
There are a few basic principles that we should all be applying at home. The first one, if we start off in the kitchen, is anything hot water, oil, soups, porridges, they should all be kept well out of reach of children. They are very quick to tug on a tablecloth or grab a pan handle, and that can topple onto them and burn them. Another big thing to keep in mind is never hold your child while you are cooking. We've seen some really nasty burns happen like that. And then a very simple one when you're feeding your kids, just make sure that you check the temperature of the food first. Elsewhere in the home, especially with winter creeping up on us now, it's quite exciting. We're going to have nice fires in the fireplace and heaters, exactly. So any hot surface or open flame, it should never ever be left unattended, especially with small children around.
And we all know that things happen so fast. It's best to just, be aware constantly of where your children are and where potential fire hazards are.
Definitely.
Or burn hazards.
Another big one is if you're going to make use of sand to put out a fire, keep in mind it'll put the flame out, but it actually can still retain that heat for hours afterwards. So anyone that walks over that is going to get quite a nasty burn on their feet if they aren't careful.
So, and let's say a burn does happen. What is the next step that we have to take? Because I think that's where we make the biggest mistakes. We all have misconceptions as to what you need to do, little old wives' tales that I heard last week was completely wrong. So in your opinion, what are the right steps to take should a burn take place?
It doesn't need to be an opinion. We get given a very clear instruction.
Give it to us,
forget all the home remedies. No butter, no milk, no eggs. People love to use toothpaste, anything menthol like a vapor rub, petroleum jelly, dishwashing liquid, vanilla essence, I think was my favorite.
Oh my goodness.
All of those are, if anything, going to lock in the heat because of the high oil content.
Of course.
So the longer we leave that heat in there, the worse the damage is going to be. What we want to do, the only correct treatment for burn anywhere on the body, any form of burn, is cold running water. So you place the area under cold running water for at least 15 to 20 minutes. That's going to remove the heat and control the damage. If we take longer, the burn is going to be much deeper and it's got a higher chance then of sending the person into hypovolemic shock. Once you've cooled the area, you can then apply a clean, sterile dressing just to help prevent infection.
Now, we all know that burns can sometimes leave very nasty scars, unfortunately. What would you recommend we use to kind of help the healing process to minimize scars?
Okay, so once you've treated the burn, so it's been cooled thoroughly, the heat has been removed, you've maybe even seen a doctor, as home care or aftercare, something like tea tree oil is excellent. It's got antiseptic and antibacterial properties, so that can help to prevent infection, which is a great concern with burns. And it helps with inflammation and it helps with reducing scarring. So you can mix a couple of drops into a carrier oil, or you can use the tea tree oil ointment and rub that into the area twice a day. It really will help to speed up the healing process. But remember, it must be cooled first, so we treat it first. This is an excellent part of aftercare.
Oh, you see, that's why we have the experts here. Thank you so much, Jessica, of course, for taking us through everything that National Burns Awareness Week is about. Now, by spreading this type of awareness, we can all take the correct steps in protecting our loved ones at home. The Thursday Plantation range offers us a 100% pure tea tree oil that restores your skin to its healthiest and assists in soothing pain, irritation, and discomfort. Treat yourself naturally with Thursday Plantation tea tree oil. With natural antiseptic, antifungal and antibacterial properties, it's no wonder it's nature's first aid kit in a bottle. Thursday Plantation, treat yourself naturally.